I'm a Senior Director of Product Management at Coupa. I support our digital payment solution, helping our finance customers make their payments.
Why is it so critical to embed finance and payments directly into a P2P lifecycle rather than kind of treating them as like a final separate stop?
This is something we've been thinking about for years, right? We've been thinking about how to make sure that we get the full end-to-end from request to order to invoice to payments to treasury, capital management, all in one single system. That's how you can really unlock any hidden cash, right? If you're not able to see your contracts data and in your invoicing, you're not able to identify any potential discrepancies. And if you are able to have everything in one platform, you can feed all of this data into AI, and that's how your AI can learn and become smarter.
Everyone talks about having that single source of truth, but that's hard to achieve in practice. What's the biggest hurdle that companies face when they try to gather all their data into that single location?
In our recent strategic CFO report, we actually heard that only 5% of our CFO are able to get their data from one system in order to see everything, all the spend in one place. Otherwise, they're struggling with fragmented systems. Companies scale. They might acquire other companies and they're on different systems, dealing with multiple ERPs, they're connected to multiple banks.
What would you say are the kind of tangible benefits that you're seeing up close? Is there any kind of recent examples from companies you've worked with that you've kind of seen really impressive results, really great ROI?
Having the procurement folks can now also understand the finance team struggles and vice versa. I've also heard examples where you might have a PO that is quoted in a certain unit of measure, like you purchased cases of certain goods. And when the invoice comes in, it's quoted in pounds. So customers always have to do the math and say, okay, how many units are in a case? How many pounds are in per unit, and calculate that to make sure everything matches up before they accept the goods. So having all of that data and allowing our technology to help us reduce some of that manual calculations is really something that I've heard our customers hear about.
And how does it help with perhaps the market now is so volatile, kind of supply chain risk is so instant, it can change, in seconds. Companies who have that single source of truth, are they better equipped to handle disruptions?
So if you're able to monitor your supplier risk, if you're able to get notifications that, hey, we are deeply reliant on this particular supplier and that, hey, their health score has dropped, or, hey, there's this critical project at the end of Q2 that we must require the supplier to deliver the goods, and you can detect that earlier signal, you can then preventatively take action. You can then set up automatic sourcing events in order to source new suppliers and have everything lined up and not be reactive.